archive. Then you realize that this chamber stretches infinitely on all sides. You now see you are in a glazed capsule, as if you were a ship and the room a bottle, and all around, multiplied as far as you can see, as if in mirrors set at slight angles to one another, more presences are thronging. You realize the glazed vessel is humming. Those who have come through before you are passing on information to one another. It's a memory palace. The figures evoked in these testimonies cast a shadow on the floorboards, or leave a hollow in a bed they've just quitted. A door will close quietly. Footsteps begin to move away, as voices rise and fall from rooms on the other side of the glass. The stories need a stenographer, because that was what such a recording angel was called in the period when this inventory was made. Now she might be using a small handheld device or an app on a phone. Of all the rivers in eternity, the best known is Lethe, flowing with water that wipes away the past and sinks you into a deep, blank sleep, but also consigns you to be forgotten. Some of the dead are content with this, because forgetting what they were and what they did is soothing. But there's another river, which was not known to the ancients, and has remained much less mapped by the more recently departed, and it is called Unoe, meaning good memories or good mind, and fewer characters in stories or in real life can reach it. The story you tell will prompt the angel who hears you to bathe you in one or the other. Neither is a punishment. It is a form of bliss to forget, and happiness follows bathing in Unoe, the waters of good memories. To be given a bath in both, as Dante imagines in the earthly paradise where Matilda sings in a flowery meadow, brings with it the deepest happiness. But you are unsettled, as when a dark, dry moth was once blown into your face through the wound-down window of a car, one hot night when you were driving to the country, and its wings got stuck to your lip. You choked and for a moment lost control of the wheel as you gasped and hit out at it to rid yourself of its dustiness as it clung and fluttered there. This same sensation emanated at first from the voices you heard humming. The angel who is to take your statement says to you, "It doesn't have to be like that." She bends to your ear and adds something, and though you can't decipher her exact words, and her breath makes you shiver, and then you remember how your mother's breath also made you shiver, with pleasure, when she cut your fringe so that it would not fall into your eyes, and then blew on your face to scatter the snippets from your cheeks and round your eyes. Her breath was soft and warm. You said, "Do that again." A sliver of light appears in the dimness. "See," says the angel, "you remembered something." The scintilla has already faded. "Try and remember," she says again. "Call for lights, hold up the lamp, and itemize the things that you know, because they belong to them, and through them became part of you. Today would have been my father's 111th birthday. Tomorrow, my mother's 96th. Part 1. Italy to England, 1944 to 1946. Magari. If only, as if. Touch wood, crossing fingers, maybe, inshallah. I wish. Or, as my father wrote in his letters home, DV, I shall be back soon. DV, things are going well. Deo volente, God willing. Magari turns up sprinkled here and there in the flow of Italian colloquial speech, especially in the south among Neapolitans and the region of former Magna Grecia, for it most likely derives from the Greek makarios, which means blessed, lucky. In Italian it's a synonym for beato, fortunate, and it punctuates a sentence or a phrase with a small cry of yearning and hope, the equivalent of saying, "What luck it would be if I had, if I could, if I were." In conversation it's a pause, an intake of breath, a filler, technically